gamers and winos. Cabernet here. I just wanted to make a quick video kind of talking about my a character update um, for my solo self-found character, which is a Elementalist Righteous Fire build, as well as just talk about my experience as a new player to solo self-found in general. Like kind of like what I learned with it, my experience so far. So yeah, let's just kind of get into it. Go ahead and jump on my character real quick. Um, been playing Path of Exile probably 2,500 hours on, that's what it shows on Steam. But I'm still considering myself a fairly new player, a lot to learn. I've been a person that would like look up guides like Zizarin's guides, Pox guides, um, other people, Steel Mage, stuff like that, and kind of would follow their guides. And they're very good guides, and they explain everything in very good detail. And it is a great way to start learning. But I wanted to kind of start putting together my own builds, even though I know like Elementalist Righteous Fire is a build that's out there. But I did I pulled up Path of Building, I spec'd out my own tree, kind of just went through it using the knowledge I know of how Righteous Fire works and how to sustain it, and how the damage scales, even though the Righteous Fire did get nerfed and changes because they removed that flat base damage on it, and it's only based off your life and energy shield now. So that I took that into consideration when putting together my skill tree as well. And then also like learning different things on, like vendor recipes, like how to get a +1 early wand, which apparently you can't get early anyways because you need 40% quality of combined gems with that tag, like fire tag or something like that on it. So yeah, it's I would say that's not early viable unless there's a better way. Anyways, exactly, because I'm still learning. Um, so my character, um, in the process, like I thoroughly enjoyed solo self-found. I do like the trade league. Like it's super awesome having a crazy drop and you make you sell it for multiple divines and making a lot of currency is really cool. But I wanted to just get better at the game in general as a player. Um, it has been difficult to gear. I feel like I was a little unlucky with my gear, but starting to get everything together. Everything's still in 4 links. I'm trying to get like regen on most of my gear. My defenses are all maxed, overmaxed, which you know is important right now. I'm running period of elements right now, which I will drop eventually, but it's helping me being immune to ailments as well as having not just being overcapped on my reses, but also more regen because of the fire node here, where regenerate 1 life per second for each 1% uncapped fire resistance, which is very important. So basically anything over 75% or whatever your max is, which currently is like 77%, it's just going to be more regen per second. And that's really helping us sustain. But we'll get more into that when I start talking about the character. But yeah, so like just going through and the experience of trying to level and not, not buy gear or trade with your friends or anything like that, and just kind of also like just being able to use your currency to like spam chaos early to try to get a better item or use yaks and scours and stuff like that and not necessarily worry about saving it to buy better items or stuff like that. It's been, it's kind of like a different mindset for solo self-found, which I've really enjoyed so far. But yeah, so I mean, really enjoying myself. Characters coming along. So yeah, let's talk about it. We're doing a Elementalist Righteous Fire. So our first ascension was Liege of the Primordial, because you get +1 the number of summoned golems, and the summoned golems are resummoned in 4 seconds after being killed, so you no longer have to worry about actually summoning them, which is a pain. And then also 100% increased effect of the buff granted by the golems, and we're running 2 stone golems, so you get that life regen, right? And that's really helping us sustain. Next, you go Mastermind Discord. Exposures you inflict applies an extra minus 25% to affected resistances, and regenerate 1% of mana per second if you inflicted exposure recently. Now, we currently don't have a way that we're applying exposure, so this is kind of a dead node right now, but we will get exposure on our gloves later. So this will come in handy after that, but yeah. This is the big one here. We just got this with Merciless Lab, Heart of Destruction. Gain Convergence, which Convergence grants 30% more elemental damage and lasts 4 seconds when you hit a unique enemy, no more than once every 8 seconds. So, and then when you don't have it, 6% increased area of effect while you don't have Convergence, which is pretty big for Righteous Fire, which is great. And then our last one, whenever we get to Uber Lab, will be Elementalist to get another Golem, another boost, 25% increased effect of the buff, which will just give us even more regen. We'll see if we really need this or not. It's probably going to help us out a lot. Because I thought about taking Shaper of Storms, because Righteous Fire kind of got nerfed, but this would allow it to shock, and we'd always have shock. All damage can shock, so I feel like it would really help the damage out, but, you know, we're going to go for the regen first and see how that feels. Like I said before, we came up here and got this early to try to be able to sustain our Righteous Fire through maps, and we had Righteous Fire running by level 40 or so. It was still like, you know, a little sketch, but like with the Ruby Flask that we dropped, plus that, you kind of have enough regen. We came and got regen here, and then we came straight down here to get regen and regen here. So those were that was kind of our first pathing to help sustain the Righteous Fire. Yeah, and then we came over and got more life, because everything is based on life, right? Like, you know, if you read the new Righteous Fire here, no longer has the flat fire damage. It just deals 70% of your maximum life as base fire damage, which is double from what it was before. I believe it was like 35%. And then also max energy shield, and then you burn for 90% and 70%. And then you still have the more multiplier as well. But I don't think that more multiplier actually applies to Righteous Fire itself. It applies to your other skills, I think. So again, still learning everything. So yeah, like I said, on the gear-wise, you know, we're just trying to get as much regen as we can on each item, and also have the life and resistances that we need. We're still looking for an upgrade on the weapon. We don't have a very good scepter yet. You know, well, we're looking for upgrades and everything. We just got the maps. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're looking for like +1 to maximum LE res is where we can get it, which we have one here. And then where do we get the other one? One right here. +1 to maximum fire res right here from Barbarism. Barbarism. Yeah. English is hard. No. And then we came over and got Sovereignty to help out with our mana reservation. Because I'm hoping to run, like, we need more mana. We'll get more mana reservation down here as well from Champion of the Cause. But we want to start running Determination. We're not running this yet, but I'll probably drop Purity of Elements for this, just because we have really bad survivability right now. We have really bad damage mitigation, but, you know, it's all a work in progress. Then we came over and we got Regeneration here, but also got Spiritual Aid. So basically, if you're not familiar with this, any increases to damage, this is like minion damage, your minions, like right here, minions deal 10% increased damage. That now also applies to you, which will then scale Righteous Fire and your other skills as well. So that's a really good, like just these nodes here give you like 10, 20, 40, you know, so 56% increased damage just from these nodes, but you have to have the Spiritual Aid. So, you know, that's kind of what we'll look on our scepter. You know, besides the spell damage, burning damage, fire multi, also minion damage, and that will help scale everything. And besides that, you pretty much just try to get as much life as possible. And yeah, let's run a map, kind of show you how it feels, and call it there. If the sound was working. There we go. All right. You know, pretty good AoE right now. It's going to get better. Quality on Righteous Fire gives base radius now, so that's really going to help increase it. We're leveling Righteous Fires in our offhand. We're going to get some quality on them eventually. But yeah, that's going to take some time with the changes to how you can quality regular skill gym now. So, alrighty, we have our golems. We're good to go. Let's do this.
When I'm ready and not.
Oh, and like, talk about like why I'm using Scorching Ray instead of Fire Trap right now. The new Scorching Ray has like triple the damage of regular Scorching Ray. So that's kind of why I was interested in it, and I'm testing to see the damage difference between like Fire Trap and the new Scorching Ray, because the Scorching Ray adds stages to burning damage, which then scales your Righteous Fire as well. So I really need to put it all into the POB and kind of, ooh, see, look, yeah, our damage mitigation not great. Let's scratch that. So, yeah, I really need to start running Determination. We have like no armor, no evasion.
Hey guys, Cab here, back from the future. So we went ahead and we got some levels in. Previously we were at 68 in the last skit you saw there. Now we're up to level 86. We have Uber Lab done. We've gotten some gear upgrades, and I'll kind of go over them in a little bit. But let's just, redemption time and run a map now. We have switched to Fire Trap. We did the calculations, and even at 8 stacks from the Scorching Ray, you still have more damage with Fire Trap, and it's just a better playstyle. So I would recommend anyone to go with Fire Trap over Scorching Ray, and that's with the new Scorching Ray of Immolation, the Transfigured Gem. So I don't know about with the new Mana RF if it's any better or not, with the scaling, with the Inagon. I haven't tested that because I don't have the gear for it. But for this and for what we're doing, Fire Trap is better. Woo. Ooh, that almost got us. Alright, let's get what we need here. Call it a day. Alright. Pretty easy clear. Our damage is getting there. Still lacking a little bit. We still have a long ways to go. So we did get our Uber Lab, and we went with Elementalist, so we now can have 3 golems, and we have a total of 125% increased effect of our golems, so it's really giving us a lot of life regen, a lot of sustain with the RF. We have the exposure, which since we're not using, I think I misspoke earlier when I said Scorching Ray doesn't apply exposure. It does on max stacks. So we're no longer applying exposure right now, but once we get exposure on our gloves, we will benefit from this. And then we have the Heart of Destruction, where we gain the Convergent, which is 30% more LA damage against bosses and unique mobs. And then you have the increased area of effect when you don't have Convergence, so pretty nice. We have a lot of work to do on our tree. I'm kind of all over the place right now, so I'm working on really dropping Orbital Regrets so I can like respec and get rid of a lot of these nodes here. We're coming back over here. And so the tree's going to look completely different. I'll do an update once I have that all finished and updated here. We did drop a 5 link, and we got pretty lucky on essence spamming just with life nodes. So we got cold and chaos res on this, and we're able to craft fire res. So now we have a 5 link for our righteous fire, which is great. We dropped a better helmet with a lot of life. We crafted life regen on it. We dropped a decent gloves here with life and regen and some res. Fantastic. We got lucky. We dropped the Kikazara ring. We dropped an immortal flesh, and I was feeling ballsy, so I corrupted it, and we got determination as 15% increased aura effect. So pretty freaking lucky right here. Yes, we are solo self-found. I did not buy any of this. And we dropped this scepter here. Not the best, especially since righteous fire doesn't scale too great off of +1 from fire skill gems right now, but it's the best thing we've had so far. Decent amulet. We have regen life and some res on our shield. And then I dropped just the base for the fugitive boots here, to where your base was chaos res. But, well, we lost that base because we influenced it. But we essence spam this and got 30% increased movement speed, 50 life per second, 86 max life with the evasion energy shield. Then I crafted cold and chaos res, and then I slammed it with an exalted orb that we found, and we got chaos res. So these boots are pretty freaking insane for solo self-found, and I seriously doubt we'll be replacing these anytime soon. I mean, these are worth a lot even on Trade League right now, just due to the sheer amount of chaos res on them. It's fantastic. But yeah, we're still working on it. We need to get our flasks going. We need to get some better flasks, and we're trying to progress the Atlas a little bit better. We're 42 out of 115, so we have a long ways to go there. But yeah, so that's the progress we've made on Elementalist Righteous Fire. And I will see you guys on the stream. I'll have my new schedule up for streaming on Twitch Live. So again, if you like the video, please subscribe, put on the notification bells for new videos coming out, and also you can reach us, see us at twitch.tv/Cabernet. So you guys have a good one. Peace.